Hi everybody! So today I'm going to make a video about giving yourself a self neck massage basically and base of the head. I feel this is an area we're all holding a lot of tension in right now, and in general, in particular when I go to give people massages, they always say, oh, can you give me a bit of massage on my neck, okay? With this guys, you can take this lying down if you'd like to, or you can lean back on something, sit on a sofa. I prefer to just sit upright, but it's really up to you. You're going to need to move all your hair out the way to put it up. If you've got necklaces, remove them, rings, remove them, earrings, remove them, necklaces, remove them, bracelets, remove them. You just want to be as open as possible. And then just grab something you want to massage yourself with. I'm going to be using, this is the Hot Pod Massage Balm. It's got bergamot, lavender and orange. It's nice, vegan, handcrafted, organic. So it's nice stuff you want to put on your skin. Alternatively, a nice oil will do. You don't want to use cooking sunflower oil or anything like that, but cold pressed sunflower or virgin olive oil is really lovely. And if not, just use whatever moisturizer you tend to use on yourself, but you want it to be something you've touched on your skin before to make sure it's healthy and happy. So just take a nice dollop of whatever it is, warm it up in your hands, just get it moving a little bit. You don't want sudden coldness on muscles you're about to massage. And then just start to apply it to the neck, maybe a little bit in towards the chest. We're not going to massage the chest today, but that feels quite relaxing. And then all the way up and all the way around. So what's important, guys, when you're doing this is we're going to be taking both opposite hand to shoulder and same hand to shoulder. So just make sure that the shoulders are down the spine as much as possible rather than up to the ears. Otherwise, you're going to create tension, which is what we're trying to tackle, okay? So we're going to start off with just some gentle, we call it effleurage massage, but basically what it is just warming up the muscles. So you can sort of take a cross up the neck, all the way uncross the hands, back of the neck, down, and just moving in sort of natural direction. So you kind of know what will feel best. I tend to cross my hands, and then I go up the back of the neck, and I sort of draw it back round to the front, up the neck and down, or you could just tackle each region as it comes. So you sort of move up the front of the neck. You've got a big muscle there called Platysma. It comes all the way across. It's basically what holds your chin in place, yeah? And then you can kind of go independently down the back, but it's just called effleurage, and all it is just warming up the muscles. It's nothing massive, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. You just want to be warming the skin up and allowing the muscles to just feel nice and happy. And it's a really nice way as well just to apply the oil or the massage that the massage oil you're using, yeah? And just get that moving. And then we're going to start to work immediately in towards the back of the neck. And you're just try and take hooked hands, so make that fingertips nice and firm. And then you're just taking hooked hands from one side, and then when the other ones come down, you apply the opposite side. Let's be efficient with our time. So you're just doing both sides at a time, and it's just you're swapping sides like a seesaw, yeah? And this is still kind of left effleurage, but we're moving into something slightly firmer. We call it petrissage, yeah? And petrissage is basically just a deeper massage, okay? And you can hook these fingers and just move them up and down the back of the neck. But don't worry too much about placement for now. We're just, as I say, warming up the muscles. And what's important, guys, as we move through this is that you sort of stop when you're enjoying it, pause the video and continue for longer. I want to make this video a nice length so we can all get through it, but at the same time, when you need to pause it and just carry on doing what you're doing, especially if you find a sort of a knotty place and you think, hang on, I just want to pause there and really work into it. Okay. So we're now just going to release the left hand down and take the right hand towards the trapezius. And your trapezius is this big diamond shape muscle. It comes all the way down from the base of the neck, down either sides of the spine, yeah? And you're taking the hook, and we're going to start as far back as you can reach without it being shoulder to ear, so be comfortable, and just hook and drag. And take your time, okay? So you don't want to make it over the hill, the trapezius, too quickly. So just pull over the hill. If you feel it twang, so like you've pulled on a guitar string, you're moving either too fast or too firmly. You don't want a twang muscle, okay? So just re-hook, readjust, maybe move slightly further up the muscle or do the same place if that feels right. And try and use the tips of all 4 fingers, okay? Why use one when you could just use all four? And you're slowly, so I haven't even made it over the hill yet. I'm taking my time. And then as I make it over the hill, that's where the risk of twanging occurs, and you don't want to twang a muscle, that's going to be painful. And then just come back and do it a few more times, okay? And if you're enjoying this, as I say, pause the video and carry on doing this quite a few times and just feel that muscle release, okay? And if you find that when you're doing this, you have a spot where you feel a particular knot, it might feel like a pebble, we're going to do something which is, in short, it's NMT. And what you're going to do is you're going to push your finger in. So I'm just going to, I don't actually have a knot there, but I'm going to imagine I've got a knot just there. And I'm going to take my middle finger, pop my middle finger into it, and then take my other middle finger and just pop it on top. And you could use your thumbs instead. And if you feel a knot, just push your fingers down for 7 seconds. So 7, 6, 5, 4, really push, 3, 2, 1. And the second you feel the release, or you get to the end of 7 seconds, sorry, just effleurage back on. So it's a light movement and it just floods the blood back in, okay? Because when you push it down, you starve that area of oxygen, and so you really want to get it straight back in. And then you can do it twice more. So I'm going to find that, you know, that knot that I have, and I'm going to push in again for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop, and then go again. And I want you to do this maximum of 3 times. If you're seeing professional massage therapists, they may do it for longer, but just for you guys, just do it 3 times, and you can always do it again tomorrow, yeah? We'll do it one last time. Find, if there is a pebble, if there's a knot, just push into it, both fingers, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then again, re-flood that area back with oxygen, okay? And we'll swap sides. So take a hook, release the other hand, pardon me, and then just start to pull over. And take time with the hook. There's no rush, so we're just slowly guiding over the hill. Try not to twang on the muscle. Take this movement slowly. So if you can move slowly, you're just being more effective, and you're being more efficient. You're not going 1, 2, wasting energy, creating tension in this shoulder, and essentially not really being effective, okay? So just make sure that bra straps, t-shirts are out of the way, yeah? And just slowly draw over that hill. So you're drawing over trapezius, this big diamond shape, yeah? Either side of the spine. And then just keep that release. Maybe you move a little bit further up into the neck, but don't worry, we are going to massage the neck muscle out, so just keep the hook. And again, if you found that there's a knot, pause the video and then take those 7 seconds, strong push, really go as far as you can go, and then re-flood the body with oxygen, okay? We're now going to take the right hand and just place it to the neck. As you take a hold of the neck, you want to try and hold the hand as still as possible. And as you hold the hand still in place, turn and start to gaze over your left shoulder. And then the fingers are hooking, and you might feel it pulling towards the muscle of the neck and come back to the center. Okay? So again, turn, gaze over the left shoulder, and you're hooking the muscles, and they may slide a little bit. Come back, hold. Let's just do it one more time. And again, if you enjoy it, pause the video. Same rule goes throughout this massage. Turn. Come back to the center. And we're just going to turn the other way. So hold the hand again, and we're going to turn in to the hand and hold it nice and firmly. We're going to do that twice more. So hold the neck firmly, turn. So this is moving into slightly stretch massage technique, okay, where you sort of move muscles whilst manipulating them. And turn. Replace the right hand back down, take the palm of the left hand, so the spine is really being placed right in the palm, holding. And we'll start off by turning over the right shoulder. And center. Turn over the right shoulder. And center. Once more for me. Pause if you want to. Right shoulder. Moving slowly. And center. And then we're going to turn into the opposite direction. So hold the neck. And then turn to the left. and center. Yeah, hold the neck, turn to the left. And center. Last time, left. And center. So we're doing quite a bit of work on trapezius because this holds a lot of tension for people. You really see them hold onto that muscle, okay? So we're now going to take the fingertips like this, and they're going to come either side of the spine. So imagine my nose is the spine, and it comes either side, yeah? So hold on to them, and then just start off as close to the base of the skull as you can, and you'll feel it's like the top of a triangle, yeah? And just push both index fingers in, and then as you pull, move across the base of the skull. Yeah, so it's in the hairline for me. And then start again. Push back up, move to the base of the skull. And you can kind of lean the head back into it, okay? So I'm not pushing it back, I'm just leaning it back. And it does a little bit of extra work, so it means I don't have to pull my hand so hard. So use the weight of your head to lean back in. And just move across the base of the skull. And you can take that same movement of pulling out, and you can kind of go down each vertebrae of the cervical spine. So the cervical spine is base of the neck. So hold on, hook, try and find the knobbly part of the next vertebrae, and then just draw out. So whereas before with trapezius we were pulling across, it was like strumming guitar strings, it's now like our finger starts at the top of the guitar neck and we're slowly moving it down. And then you can move down to the next vertebrae, so find the next knobbly bit, and then draw it down. And if you get to a knobbly bit, and as you pull it down, you feel there's quite a lot of tension there, just pause the video and do this a few times, but you're just pulling the hook over and down. And what you'll find is the way in which trapezius is lined up, that you'll at some point swap from sliding the fingers down the guitar neck to strumming the guitar strings again, and that's just to do with the alignment of the trapezius. And then you can start from the top and do that 2 or 3 more times if you want to, okay, and find that release, okay? For now though, we're going to do one more really big massage technique on trapezius. So what I need you to do is to find it, and you can see it, if you sort of pull the shoulder forward, you see trapezius, hook on with my thumb, and then you're just going to take the tiniest little circles. So you're not sliding the thumb over the skin, it's stopping on one place of the skin. So imagine if that's my thumb, it's just moving the skin, I'm not moving on top of the skin, I'm just moving the skin. So same idea here. Push in, start as low down to the collarbone as you can, so as much in towards that triangle as you can. Push in, and then just circle, 1 or 2 circles. And then slide up, push in, so really hook on trapezius. So you're getting into the underside of trapezius, and then hook in. And you can pull the right shoulder forward a little bit. I'm not causing tension there in the neck, I'm just sliding it forward, just to really be able to hook in. Otherwise, if I'm completely down, I find it hard to hook. And you can take that up trapezius. And you can, as I say, do that as many times as you want. And if it's starting to feel quite tiring, you can always push the fingers in and just slide them up on the inside. But I'd hook for now, okay? As much as you can. And then, of course, whatever you've done on one side, you need to do on the other. And as I say, don't do the same number on each side. Do whatever feels right. So if you do it on one side, and you find that release quite quickly, so remember, push in, little circle, and then move up a little bit. So if you're doing it on one side and you find the release quite quickly, but on the other side it's really tight, hang out on the other side. We all have one side which is more tense than the other. Tends to be if you have your writing hand, or the hand you carry a bag on a shoulder. My backpacks are really good. And then you can start back down at that hook, the top of the triangle, push in, little circle, and then slide up, okay? All right. So now what we're going to be doing is we're just going to find a quick release to masseter, okay? So masseter is the muscle that, choose your food, yeah? So it's I think someone was telling me it's the strongest muscle of the body in terms of size ratio. And that's because imagine how much you can bite with that mouth. So if you're anything like me, you really feel tension. And I'm just taking the fingertips, so it's not going to be all 4 that touch it, I think it's just the top 3. And I'm just pushing in and I'm just circling. So ideally don't be talking whilst you're trying to do this. And you can really let the mouth fall asleep. So don't shut the jaw, because that's using it. Just allow the mouth to fall asleep. And I just want to release that. I'll do a face massage video at another time. But I just want you to feel this release. so that when we come into something else, you've already had a slightly tender feeling, because if you, I don't know about me, but this is really tender, and you can kind of move it up and down the jawbone. And then you really get to the bony processes of the chin, and you can move back up. And for me, the knots start about there, and they sort of really carry on. And you can even do that neuromuscular technique where you just push for 7 seconds, yeah? But for now, what I want you to do is hook the fingers, create little knuckles. And we're going to start off with these knuckles, and we're going to move in towards the main ones, but start off with those ones. And then find with your middle finger, just underneath the ear there, you're between your jawbone, and this long muscle that comes down here, and we're going to come back to that in a moment, okay? That's the sternocleidomastoid, but we're going to avoid that for a moment. And we're just going to take the knuckles, and we're going to slowly slide the knuckles down the neck, yeah? And as you slide down the neck, between this stringy muscle of the neck and trapezius that you've been massaging, you have a bunch of different muscles. So if you were to be able to see them on my body, imagine they're my fingers. They kind of go in that direction, roughly. So there's lots of them, like fingers, yeah? So again, knuckles, push in and slide down. And if you're interested in the names, there's Splenius, Capitus. There's Levator, Scapular, that lifts the Scapular, the shoulder blade up. And then further down, you've got the Scalenes. We're really going to get into those in a minute. But as you do this, you sort of push in slightly. And again, you can drop the head slightly in towards it or pull it away, depending on, you want to decrease the pressure, push it, lower the head, increase the pressure, pull it away. And as you get down, you can even sort of move the knuckles in towards the main ones. That feels quite nice, sort of ends it. Feels like I haven't just stopped randomly. And then you come back up, okay? So I'm just going to do that twice more. But notice how slowly I'm moving. You're not running through this. Take your time to move down the length of the neck and make sure it's effective. And obviously, ideally, you're not talking during this, because otherwise I'm using all those muscles, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to do it one more time. So get the knuckles, slide them down. Once you get down to the collarbone, you can always wrap the knuckles round and release, and we'll swap sides. So you take the middle finger knuckle, get that right underneath the earlobe or just behind it, and then just push it in. Take your time and wrap it down. Yeah, so you're wrapping it down in towards the main knuckles. If you want to, you don't have to wrap it down, you can just stay there. And again, push in, slide, take your time. And you can kind of feel yourself moving over those fingers. Imagine those finger muscles, yeah, you can feel yourself moving over them. And they're quite deep down, yeah. Muscles layer up, yeah, they don't just sort of sit next to each other. So you've got to work through, so we're working through platysma, this big one holds the double chin in basically to get down. Okay, so you can do that as many times as you want. Right, now, let me find it. Let me see if I can find it on the camera. So you can see this stringy muscle, yeah, and we all have it. Some people have it really quite, obviously other people it's a little bit more hidden. So what you're going to do, and this is called sternocleidomastoid, it attaches just back there and it comes down towards your clavicle, collarbone. Right. And your sternum as well. So there's two different processes actually. There's the main one that comes down to the sternum, which is why it's called sternocleidomastoid. Yeah, and you've got your mastoid up here, yeah? So that's why it's called that. All muscles make sense really. Levator, scapula, lifts the scapula, yeah? So drop the chin slightly to the chest, find it. You might need to be able to have a mirror just so you can see it, and then hold onto it. As we're using same thumb to the same one. And you might be able to feel that there's two knobbles. There's one knobble there, and then there's one knobble there. They are the same part, they are the same muscle, yeah? The muscle just basically strings out. So just start off by trying to hold on to both if you can. And then you're hooking it, give it a pinch at the tendon where it joins the clavicle and the sternum. And then slide up. Now this is quite tender, and you really need to hook into it. So this might take you a few attempts to actually find it. And then once you've slid up to the ear, so I'm pinching, sliding, and then when I get to the ear, circle, yeah? So pinch, slide, yeah, slide, and then circle. And as I said, it might take a few attempts. You may not get this today, okay? Because it's a really hard muscle. You've got to be quite confident. You're not going to hurt yourself if you're being mindful of the touch, yeah? Your muscles can take quite a lot. So pinch, slide up that muscle. And when you get to the top, circle. So again, let me see if I can find it on myself. So I'm trying to look in the camera. Yeah, so you can get it there. There you go, there it is. You can feel it. So pinch, slide, really try and work into that muscle. I know it's so tempting to just skip this part, but as you can see, I'm really grabbing it, all of it there. That's not skin, that's muscle. And slide, and then just swap sides, okay? So find it. It might be easier to find it on one side than the other. So try and find the two processes, the two ligaments, two tendons. Pinch the whole thing. Take your time. You might need to shimmy, you might be able to slide, okay? And then when you get to the top, circle. And be confident with it, okay? Just be confident with the movement. Pinch. Slide. You shouldn't be causing yourself pain, but it should be satisfying. And then circle at the top, yeah? This is quite tender stuff now. Once more, okay? Just once more. Pinch. Slide. Slide, slide, slide. Circle. And release. And then just take your hands back and just effleurage, just release. Just get the circulation back in towards that area. So I just want to work into just above the collarbones, okay? So just above the collarbones, you have lots of stringy muscles that come here, okay? And you can feel them. You can feel stringy, stringy, stringy. There are 3 of them, okay? And they're called the scalenes, yeah? And you can actually move sternocleidomastoid, that stringy one, out of the way to find them, okay? That's easier done if you're lying down. But what I want you to do is just take a hook of your fingers and hold onto your collarbone, okay? And I just want you, so remember, we're not moving across the skin, we're moving the skin, yeah? To hold it and just move the skin. So don't move across it, move the skin. And if you have all 4 knuckles in, you should get to most of the scalenes. So all 3 of them if you move the skin. And just wobble slightly, and it's gentle. I'm not moving like that. I'm just moving side to side, little bits, yeah? And if you want to, you can move up a little bit. It might feel more tender, might feel less tender. So I've literally just gone from just above the collarbone to a bit higher. I'm just moving slightly. And then you can move a bit higher. And you can basically go as high as you want to with that. And the scalenes go into 3 different directions. Yeah, they go in 3 different directions, but you can kind of get all of them. And I'm just going to swap sides. Now, it might feel a bit when you touch the scalenes, but just be tender and just give it a go. Once you're used to massaging the scalenes, there's nothing more relaxing. So release and then come back up, yeah? And just take your time moving up there. Little bit of a wobble. So remember, you're not moving this on top of the skin, you are moving the skin itself. Otherwise, you just spend your entire time massaging your skin. We want to massage the muscle. And again, as I say, you can go up and down those scalenes as much as you'd like, okay? And you can even get into the base of the ears. And then just take both fingers, middle fingers, just underneath the base of the ears. And you're just taking slight circles. So you're not moving on top of the skin, you're moving the skin itself. And then just give that a real release underneath the ears. From here, just slide the fingers down underneath the jaw. All the way underneath. And release. Well done. Just take the hands to the back of the neck again. Effleurage the back of the neck. And just to end, we're going to take a couple of neck stretches. So interlace the hands behind the neck. Draw the chin to the chest and lift the chest to the chin at the same time. So you're stretching the entirety of trapezius. You will have released the top part of trapezius. So you might feel the stretch now really in the middle of the shoulder blades. That's the end of trapezius. And then just release the right hand down. Allow the left ear to come over towards the left shoulder. And I'm not pulling it. I'm just dropping the hand weight in. And you're just going to stretch trapezius again. If you bring the chin closer to the chest, you really stretch into trapezius, the big diamond shape. And if you move backwards, you might feel those scalenes stretch out a little bit. And the Levator, Scapular, the Splenius, Capitus, all those finger muscles, remember the ones we were speaking about? Chin back down to the chest one more time. And then just swap sides. And just take your time to find the release through the side of the neck. Maybe chin a bit further away or chin a bit closer. Last time, chin back down to the chest and lift up. So well done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel a lot more open now. Just be really gentle with yourself after this. You've gone into a really quite intense, deep tissue massage on your own neck. So just take your time, definitely go away, have a big glass of water. Just try and avoid having caffeine immediately. And as ever, guys, please do like and subscribe to my channel if you want to support me. It means a lot. Any comments, please pop them below. Share with as many friends and family as you'd like. And if you enjoyed this, please do let me know, because if it's something you want more of, we can do chest and shoulder massage, face massage, all sorts of fun things, even tummy massage, yeah? So just let me know what you think. All right, guys, have a really lovely day. Thank you.